Hello, hello, and welcome to another race of the Metroid Prime 2 Echoes Randomizer Metroid Tournament 2025. I'm Nai, your commentator for today's match between Elias, Thompson, and soaringwyvern. Elias mentored by BashPrime, and soaringwyvern mentored by BajaBlood. These are two particularly well-known mentors around the Metroid Prime community, and is in both players also are in for a treat with whatever has been generated today. Today's match has, let me check the RAs. No RAs. This is a standard preset. And I've seen a couple of these players before. They should be, they should, I expect them to already be quite good at the game. But let's see how the match unfolds, and now we begin. Alright. Our first item is just an E-Tank. Nice to have, but doesn't speed up much in the early game. Sure, not reading their head there. Immortal System in Portal Access A. Right. We have the typical main nerd controller start. Ooh, starting Wyvern. I don't think they finished scanning the gate there, so they won't get the small time save from doing that. Yeah. Nothing particularly interesting going at the moment. Just yes, Alpha Splinter, Albert, as we call it. Seems like Elias is just a little ahead. Elias is the first to take out Alpha Splinter, which gives us a Screw Attack. Interesting. Okay. Screw Attack is an interesting first item in this preset. Few know that Temple Assembly site is now in logic, with just a Screw Attack, no Space Jump, no bombs. Looks like a missile up there. And on the other hand, we can now climb Mining Plaza with that Screw Attack, which gets us whatever Morphle system was hinted to us previously in Portal Access A. Alright, let's see what's in Temple Assembly side. I can't quite make that out. Oh, that's Seeker missiles! That's actually really good to have right now. Now, the question is, does Elias get it now? And soaringwyvern as well. Okay. Looks like Elias is going for it. Maybe. So is soaringwyvern. Okay. Wyvern going for the slope jump. And looks like Elias is going to forego that Seeker launcher. It's good knowledge, not a logic net right now, and it's not our missile launcher, so this could be the correct choice logically. Ooh, Wyvern gets the slope jump. Nicely done. And Soaring Wyvern gets a small item advantage in Seeker Launcher, but that could prove huge later on if missiles are a little inconvenient. Bombs! That's huge! Oh, that's really big for Wyvern. Kinda sucks for Elias, since he'll have to come back for these. Which, once we find Launcher, are in logic. And hopefully another E-Tank, so Elias can't go back for those bombs yet. Which could prove quite bad. Okay, it looks like Wyvern's taking a small detour to communications area. They also have access to GFMC in lieu of this being Old Patcher, but that's a dangerous section which I'm not sure if they'll take. On the other hand, Elias just heading straight for the Mortal system, which we know isn't bombs, but could still be power bombs, boost, or spider. Of those, I think the only one that's useful to us directly is power bombs, where the other two aren't particularly that useful at the moment. Emerald Translator on Soaring Wyvern side. Clearly, I'm not surprised that Soaring Wyvern is getting the early advantage, being routed by BajaBlood, aka Never Punished. Elias successfully climbing Mining Plaza with Screw Tech. Meanwhile, Soaring Wyvern wants to go to GFMC. Again, this is a dangerous section, but Soaring Wyvern might know that the item in Portal Access A is likely to be main power bombs because we already found bombs. Elias doesn't know this. But Soaring Wyvern Baja might have already guessed this. In this case, this is probably a very good play, actually. A power bomb, so that's even better, actually. Because now Soaring Wyvern doesn't have to worry about the item Portal XA should it be main power bombs, and they get a dupe power bomb, which is pretty good for an item that the game doesn't like to give you ammo for. Yep, it is indeed main power bomb. So now Elias only has the option to backtrack to mining station access or go all the way back towards temple grounds. Depending what they find is likely what they'll do here. Meanwhile, Soaring Wyvern getting another hint here, which says the keys to Hive Temple can be found in Aegon Waste, Turbisbach, and I think the other one was Dark Aegon Wastes. Missile Launcher. So that lets Elias stay in Aegon a little bit, which is a bit unfortunate because bombs aren't in Aegon. And right now, Elias kind of really wants bombs to show up soon. Because otherwise they'll be forced back into Temple Grounds and then back into Aegon. Soaring Wyvern forgetting they have bombs for a bit there. And getting to check whatever is under the save station here in in Great Temple, which is in logic because we have Emerald. That is a suit. That's wow. This is an incredible start for Wyvern. Again, kind of unfortunate for Elias, but there's still a good chance for Elias to catch up. Missile in Bomb Guardian. That doesn't really do anything for Elias here. Elias is forced to go back to Temple Grounds at this point, whereas Wyvern can probably stay in Aegon comfortably. Yeah, again, this is Baja mentoring Soaring Wyvern, aka Never Punished. And it's really noticeable in this case, which is again a bit unfortunate for Elias, but nothing we can't work on. Wyvern still has to lose a bit of time in Aegon, which, well, a bit of time compared to some checks that Elias already did. So there's still a chance that Elias gets to catch up here. They're likely not as behind as one may think. Being related in a cursed lake. Meanwhile, Elias is trying to skip the crate, trying to go back towards the main area of Temple Grounds. And Soaring Wyvern centering Aegon. Elias successfully getting on top of the crate and diverting towards Dark Missile Trooper. They'll be able to get both checks there, so they don't lose any significant amount of time doing this right now. But this is not where bombs are. They will come by them eventually, though. And they might come across something important out here as well, which may give them an edge over Soaring Wyvern. Which I'm kinda hoping for. EMT is a light ammo expansion. I'm not too sure what's in there, but it's not an SDK, I can tell you that much. It looks somewhat orange, so I'm guessing it was a missile. Soaring Wyvern about to find our missile launcher. Elias finding Dark Visor. Ooh, that could prove quite important. Not particularly useful at the moment, but it will be later. And if Soaring Wyvern doesn't head there, then that's a huge edge for Elias, who will definitely find the other items in Great Temple and Temple Grounds that Soaring Wyvern's already got. soaringwyvern getting their main power bomb. And deciding to head back, probably towards Bump Guardian. Here, soaringwyvern could have headed into Dark Aegon, but right now it's kind of a 50-50 on where you go. So taking this decision is pretty understandable. That being said, soaringwyvern will be able to check quite a few more things here in Aegon than Elias did. So they will be able to stay so soaringwyvern will be able to stay ahead for a bit here. Be a little more thorough instead of having to come back, as Elias is now coming into the knowledge of. Well, Elias about to get their Seekers as well. Fully in logic. Ooh, soaringwyvern tried to take out Bump Guardian in the door at the same time with the same PB, but it didn't quite work out. So they will lose a bit of time having to kill Bump Guardian the normal way. Well, normal as much as what constitutes normal in this game counts for. Ooh, okay. That's a 4-cycle Bump Guardian. Yeah, that's not... That's a bit of time lost there. Meanwhile, Elias is about to run into Emerald, and possibly advancing into GFMC? Thinking about it? They are. Okay. You don't have Amber yet, soaringwyvern. Can't scan these Amber hints. We are not, we don't know how to read the color Amber yet. soaringwyvern will be heading into Dark Aegon here, which we don't have a lot of options at the moment. Meanwhile, Elias is still exploring Temple Grounds. Now, soaringwyvern will have the option to go back for DMT later, which will let Elias catch up. Oh, Arguing Ways, Temple Grounds, Surface Block for high keys. I was mistaken earlier. Okay. Barely not getting the other pirate with that power bomb, so we'll just fire missiles at its face until it drops. Not a cutscene. No, both players thought they were in a cutscene. I think. try to skip it. But sadly, not a cutscene. You don't have space jump, Elias. That trick is still not possible for you to do. Soaringwyvern heading into Dark Aegon. First tested there, so we'll be seeing a few new checks. Meanwhile, Elias is getting to their Dark Suit. Not a cutscene, Wyvern. I've had so many problems. Uh, with scanning. Well, with trying to skip that specific gate, I always forget that it's not a cutscene. Okay. Elias heading back to Temple Grounds. Well, Stormwyvern attempting this this intermediate standable. Well, a lot of players just forget about this, but if you have screw attack, even if you don't have space jump, you can screw attack through this room. The C0 plane is high enough for you to do so. So there's little to worry about. Even then, Soaringwyvern gets the intermediate trick and gets to continue on to the rest of Dark Aegon. Elias, meanwhile, just getting back to Aegon. And probably only like a minute or so behind. Not super far. And they definitely have a good shot of catching up, especially if Dark Visor ends up being important alongside those Seekers that we got earlier. It's actually, well, that seems like a needlessly difficult way to do something you can do with a double bomb jump. That's actually faster and, well, in my opinion, easier-ish. Like, the inputs are still a BSJ, which are a little more complex than a double bomb jump. But on the other hand, it's quite a bit. It requires a lot less setup. So knowing that BSJ is a lot better than doing the single bomb jump there. It's one of those small movement optimizations you learn eventually. Ah, yes. Scan in the bomb slot. Okay, it looks like Elias wants... No, Elias, you don't have space jump yet. There is a Z-axis screw attack you can do in this room, though, to get to the last platform. Okay, soaringwyvern is done with Jump Guardian. It suddenly had no health because he was shooting at it while it was invisible, despite it looking like he was shooting it there. This is Boost Ball. Okay, so with Boost Ball, now we have access to Underground Tunnel, aka the Banana Stand. There's always progression in Underground Tunnel, as they say, and I suspect that this seed will be no exception. With Seekers in tow and Emerald, they've practically got a free pass towards that. Sonic Boom in Junction side, by the by. Wyvern's struggling a bit with this jump. Gets it. I don't think you can bump jump this. But you can definitely perform a couple standables on the blade pods to get around it. Meanwhile, Elias getting to the room, and both players having a high five. Elias just entering Dark King for the first time and soaringwyvern living it. There was $10,000 lining the walls of Underground Tunnel. You are thinking of Spider's treasure. Underground Tunnel has progression. But real treasure is Spider's treasure. For those who don't know, Spider's treasure is an area in the Sanctuary Fortress that is immediately outside of the elevator to Aegon Wastes. The 3 checks in there, Hall of Combat Mastery, and the 2 in Dark Worlds, which are Harrison Cliff and Calling Chamber. Okay. Seems like we have Amber in Transport Center, so soaringwyvern gains the ability to read yellow. And so does Elias, who chose not to fight Jump Guardian. Instead just head right back. I suspect Elias will head back towards Sandcache, meanwhile soaringwyvern will head onto Underground Tunnel. Into. Elias will have an information advantage here from reading the Amber hints earlier. All the keys to Dark King Temple can be found on Dark King Wastes and Trevor's Bog. The information advantage could prove very important for Elias, especially with that Dark Visor in tow. Dark Visor can be pretty interesting for routing. Because it likes to open checks, but not so much routing options. Although with Seekers, that might be different for Elias. We have Annihilator in the Banana Stand. As I said, there is always progression in Underground Tunnel. soaringwyvern wants the hint in this room as well. What does Annihilator do for us at the moment? I don't think it does terribly much. The keys to Dark Turbo's Temple can all be found in Dark Turbo's Bog. So that's all of our key hints. We will be seeing none more of those. And Pot W, we do not have Light Beam together yet. Meanwhile, Elias finding Light Suit. Interesting. This is going to be a seed already. You never want to see that early. We don't know what's in Fortress Transport Access. There's the Annihilator Beam hint, which lets Elias know that the that all they need is a boost ball to get that. If we happen to find Echo soon, Elias will be at a disadvantage as soaringwyvern might be compelled to move into Fortress Transfer Access because of that light suit. However, Elias only needs the information on Boost Ball to get that Annihilator Beam, which would negate that advantage that soaringwyvern might get in the case we find Echo soon, or even in Fortress Transport Access. Draxus is guarding another thing, and I mean, yeah. It could be Echo Visor in Fortress Transport Access for Profane Path, which is in logic without Space Jump. It's uncommon for it to come up, but it can come up. Soaringwyvern getting their Annihilator hint, which is useless because they already have it, and finding their light suits. Still, not a lot of options without beams around here, so soaringwyvern's only option is to either stay for hints or simply leave towards Temple Grounds and get whatever is an FTA. Elias might turn back for Judgment Pit to get Jump Guardian. They are. Okay. So they will find boost and they will be able to get that Annihilator, but not getting that immediately might have hurt them a bit. Tumas has the Sky Temple Key 5. We need to return the Sanctuary Energy. Oh boy. So that already puts quite a bit of importance in Annihilator Beam, which thankfully turned up early and was hinted in the case of Elias. But we still need quite a few more things before we can get to Quadraxis anyways. soaringwyvern is going to head into DMT, which will let Elias catch up a bit. Elias also doing the standables here. And gets it with a little help from Screw Attack. Well done. That's one Dark Missile Trooper down. And we know that the soaringwyvern's next item will be Dark Visor. However, having boost earlier than Elias does will put soaringwyvern at a solid advantage here. Especially being already in Temple Grounds, which that light suit kind of wants us to be in. Looks like soaringwyvern's trying to figure out which way is best to proceed through this room. Looks like they decided on the bomb jump. As it over here, well, we have soaringwyvern has a pretty solid lead over Elias. We have an early light suit, no space jump yet, and a lot of questionable items to get early. Dark Visor is kind of weird. Seekers is also kind of weird. We have we've had Annihilator as well. We've just found Boost Ball. Annihilator was an underground tunnel, so Elias can get that now. We have 2 masters required that has an SDK. But yeah, no beams yet and no space jump yet, which are really restricting the options that the players can take. Yeah, Elias Tracker sadly isn't updating. But I'll keep you posted on what Elias has. You cannot break this door NSJ with screw attack, sadly. Otherwise, this would let soaringwyvern here save a power bomb. Well, we do have an Annihilator beam. That's a beam, but none of the other two, which are admittedly far more important for the sea than those two, than Annihilator rather. And we have an Echovisor in FDA, just as I called it. Okay. So that means the game wants us to head to Profane Path at the moment. There is little else we can do right now. Profane Path is in Logic NSJ. We do have bombs. For some reason, the bomb jump up there is logical and with these settings. And I believe Baja knows this, so they might be able to point soaringwyvern in that direction. And Annihilator thus lets us get... I can't speak, I promise. Annihilator does let us get into the Dark World. So they have a perfectly good way of getting there. It looks like soaringwyvern is not going to Profane Path? Oh no, never mind. Maybe just taking out a bit of anger on the bees. That is a high five, that is true. Although Elias is taking the faster path of taking advantage of the Dark Visor Seeker that soaringwyvern didn't have to get to FDA quicker, which is a massive boon for Elias, and Elias is now probably less than a minute behind at this point. Elias seemed to want the item on top of the ship for a moment. Okay. soaringwyvern trying to get on top of the Morphol railing. Elias doesn't have an Annihilator, that's right. That could prove devastating. Yeah, Elias had to go get an Annihilator. Finding Echo there will tell them that they did a goof, because they already know about the Annihilator. They got the hint for it, and now they have to do a pretty big backtrack. Meanwhile, soaringwyvern getting on top of a railing and managing to get to the portal, which will lead them into Profane Path and our next progression item. Like Elias is resetting, I believe they saved in Dark Hagon, which is a lot closer to Annihilator Beam. Yeah, Elias got really punished by that, and we'll lose a bit of time, around a minute or so. But they will be able to get some time back by, in lieu of having Dark Visor to get to FDA quicker. That is the wrong Visor for that door, Wyvern. High, medium, low, high. That's vanilla. That's the vanilla sequence for this room. Of course it's vanilla. This is Soul Patcher. I'm a dummy. I forgot this is Soul Patcher. And we get Dark Beam. Dark Beam is interesting. Not what we wanted though. Now soaringwyvern needs to get out the same way they came in by jumping onto the morphle railing and going to the portal from there. Okay, soaringwyvern struggling a bit. This is a rather difficult jump for beginner, to be honest. Like this is not something I would put in beginner, having tried it both methods, but it's definitely possible, and it looks like soaringwyvern has just made it. Elias in transport center, a bit mixed up about what to do. Did Elias? Oh, Elias didn't have enough missiles. That kind of sucks. So now they have to backtrack a bit for a missile refill. And soaringwyvern is routing towards the FMC. Make good use of that dark visor to get to back to Aegon just a little faster. Okay, with those missiles, Elias is now heading into Torpus Bug for their Annihilator Beam. Which they know to take back into Temple Grounds to get their Echo Visor and consequently Profium Path. Ooh, Seeker Missers striking again. For some reason, Seekers are just inconsistent. So they tend to fail their actual targets. Which, they really do put the miss in missiles. Okay, Elias getting their Annihilator Beam. And the hint, which will be their last keys hint. These ones are for Turbus, I believe. Yeah. Which will tell them that they are all in Dark Turbus Bog. Which is pretty convenient if Chica ends up being required. And given the items they have, they probably will be no trouble to get other than the track to actually get them. soaringwyvern taking the save here, probably planning to head towards Incash 4. Or otherwise just taking a save to save, which valid. Oh, they probably want whatever's in Crossroads as well, which I don't think I took note of what that exactly was. Ow. Light ammo and Crossroads, not particularly important, but nice to have. Especially without Light Beam and with Annihilator Beam. Elias now back on track to get their equalizer and improving path. It puts them something like 2 minutes behind Soaring Wyvern at the moment. Probably a bit more. Energy tank and a catch 4. Nothing here. Energy tank's nice though, although we already have a light suit for all our Dark World needs. Yeah, the only other logical option Soaring Wyvern has at the moment is, in fact, Mineshaft and Mining Station B. There is little else we can do at the moment. Again, we don't have a lot of options without our Light Beam or our Space Jump. Supers would be an interesting find. Light Beam would just open up Aegon quite a bit more. But SJ looks to SJ's hiding, which I'm a little concerned as to where it might end up being. Yeah, and being NSJ for this long is not a common occurrence. So the seed is really testing how comfortable the mentees are with their NSJ movement. They will have to find it eventually, though, as Space Jump is in fact required for final bosses. So it has to be somewhere. We just don't know where yet. But in the right conditions, SJ can be in some wild places. Power bombs. So Mining Station B is our last check that we can get, and it must be progression. We can't get Sorachaya because it's now Light Beam, but we do have Buzzball to get Mining Station B the vanilla way, which means we will get to see the rarely seen pirates in... That is Spider Ball. Oh boy, that's not fantastic. Yeah, we will get to see rarely seen air troopers in Mining Station B. That Spider Ball gives us one check and one check only, and that check is Sank Entrance. This is a really linear seed, but it also is a really not kind seed. Just putting the worst possible pickups everywhere. Yeah, there's no other check Spider lets us get. There's no other check we have available at the moment in Soaring Wyvern side. So there's their only option is to head to Sank Entrance after this, which is going to be a trek and a half. Thankfully though, we do have that Dark Bison and Seekers, which are turning out to be rather useful. The Light Beam is in Sanctuary Fortress, Sanctuary Entrance. Fun stuff. Not a Space Jam, by the by, but we will get to have some fun with that. Elias finally getting to their Dark Beam, which can only lead to 3 possible checks, one of which they already know. Now the question is, do they get in Cache 4 first, or do they get Mineshaft first? What a terrible hint. Yeah, this hint is quite rude because, again, we don't have other options. It's literally one check that we can get, and we got it hinted when we really didn't need that at any point. Also, on Elias' side, that Charge Annihilator shot just went through the portal. That's a weird interaction between Annihilator and portals. For some reason, Charge Annihilator does not energize portals, which it's a bit counterintuitive. Okay, soaringwyvern has to get this NSJ with Screw Attack, which is in beginner logic, but is harder than it looks. Again, the seed is really trying to test these players' NSJ movement, and I'm pretty sure that neither of these players have seen Trial Grounds NSJ. At least they haven't had to do it in a race. It's quite a rare one to show up, but I've seen it a couple times, and it's always terrible. I do not like this room NSJ, and but it's beginner and it is logical. So soaringwyvern's doing a double bomb jump here. You can actually stand on the light crystal that is a bit to the side, and get up the ledge. Yeah, a lot of people don't know this. This is really testing both mentors and mentees' knowledge of NSJ logic and the patience that one can have for not having SJ. Because I'm not even playing and I already want SJ to show up. Oh, it's soaringwyvern getting the first jump. That's the hardest one. See if they get the second one, and they do! Well done! So soaringwyvern now has free access to Spider, unless an accident happens. Well done, soaringwyvern. Very well done. This nets us a Spider Ball, which we will have to take back to Zank entrance for our Light Beam, which opens up the world massively. I mean, this logic chain is not fantastic. It could be worse though, but no, you know what? I already said it. I already jinxed the seed. I'm sorry. I was gonna say we could have our next progression being Turbis Grove, which would be terrible, because that's not labs. And after Light Beam, we kind of really want to go to Labs, which has a few checks for us. We don't have any hints for SJ. We don't have any information, really. Every hint we've gotten has been useless so far, and we're almost an hour in with no SJ. They find grappled, it could be another SJ in the layer. Let me think about it. Yeah, that's possible. Shoutouts to the seed. Well, there was a seed before. There was a seed of experience where SJ was not just was not in the leader, but in Sentinel's path. I think that was a tournament match between myself and Mr. Miguel from the last Tekos tournament, which that was a fun time. Keep in mind that NSJ, that screw attacking NSJ is in logic, so that opens up quite a bit of sanctuary as well. So basically, with that Light Beam, we now have the option to go get almost everything in labs except for bioenergy. We can't and storage C because we don't have supers. We have a lot to do in Sanctuary because of NSJ's crew attack, which means we can't get all the way to Watch Station and potentially have an item in there. We can basically loop around Sanctuary Fortress. We cannot do too much in Turbo's Bug yet until we find Super Missiles or Space Jump. But otherwise, we have quite a bit of the sea to still trek through. Soaringwyvern finally getting to Temple Grounds, search for the light beam. Elias looking into Incash 4, which sadly contains nothing. And did Elias head to... I believe Elias already got the items in Mineshaft. So all Elias has to do here is safe warp, and they can get whatever is in... And they can get towards a Great Temple, which will save them a lot of time. Unless Elias didn't get Mining Station B? I'm not entirely sure if Elias actually has a spider or not. Sadly, Elias Tracker is not updating. They did manage him turn around. Ouch. That's terrible. That will hurt them quite a lot. Not realizing Mining Station B wasn't logic. And, well, they could have peeked it as well, which I'm a little surprised that they didn't do, but... a little late for that. Soaringwyvern arriving at Sanctuary entrance. And please don't boost through the facing crates. Light beam, sorry. Did I say lighted? Oh, no, it was chat. Okay. Soaringwyvern playing a dangerous game, boosting through the facing crates. And almost crashing into one. Which probably would have cost them a KO. You don't have Light Beam yet, Soaringwyvern, so... you do have to head onto the entrance and turn around to reload the room. Yep, we will have NSJ Labs, but we also have NSJ Sanctuary. The only thing we don't have a lot of places to go in is Turbos. Unless we find supers, in which case there's a few checks. Oh! Elias is skipping Light Beam. Elias might not realize that Mining Station B is in logic. Elias might not realize that that's a thing. This could prove very beneficial for Elias if Space Jump happens to be in here. So honestly, this is an interesting routing decision that I'm actually rather curious about. Elias trying the advanced ladder bump jump here. There's an easier alternative in, I believe, intermediate logic that only requires a scan dash, but I'd imagine that they're more comfortable with this. Soaring wyvern missing one of the walls. Meanwhile, we can see light beam off in the distance, taunting us with its bad location. Yeah, this bumpy up's pretty bad. But the sooner they get it, the better the advantage they will get will be. But they know this is in logic, so they might be dissuaded after a bit from actually going there. Okay, looks like Elias is going elsewhere. Going towards Aegon Temple, might have realized that my Station B is open. Or at least wants to get the hint in there. That's light beam for Soaring Wyvern. Yeah. Soaring Wyvern's a couple minutes ahead. At the moment. Yeah, Elias is heading to Mining Station B. Which will show them a bad location for Spider and tell them a terrible location for Light Beam. Not looking at the item. They don't want to drop down. They drop down. And they now have eyes on that Spider Ball and are probably questioning what in the heck is the seed. As Jane Storage A, please no. That's just terrible. Light Beam came and found Sanctuary Fortress Sanctuary entrance, and now Elias knows where to head next. Hey, we have Pod W open, that's right. We can check that now. And Soaring Wyvern will happily will. Right now, I think the strictly worst place for anything to be in at the moment is War Ritual Grounds. That is in logic right now that we have Light Beam to go through Great Temple. But I don't see either player going back for that at the moment. But Dark Visor, we still haven't seen any use for Dark Visor yet. So, honestly, I personally would be tempted. Oh no, we don't have supers. We don't have supers yet to do that, so never mind that. We could still have Hall of Honor that, that's logic. Well, we can't get whatever is in here, and this is nothing that Soaring Wyvern's interested in. We can get this item NSJ, it's just a double bump jump. Although it's only in advanced logic. Looks like Elias got the first jump and missed the second one. Oof. So now they have to go all the way back to do it all over again. Okay, looks like Soaring Wyvern wants that. It's a missile. Okay, Elias easily getting the first jump. And gets the second jump. Well done, Elias. So now we have access to Spider bearing any accidents. And after that, we know where to head for our Light Beam. Looks like soaringwyvern's interested in Hall of Honor Dev, which is a fair play. Like, right now that we're here, it's logical coming from both Great Temple and coming from landing sites. Let's see. The File Shrine is missile related. The File Shrine is dead. Right. And we open the Seeker missile door to see nothing. Nice voice crack. Confirmed in feeding pet? I don't think so, Cat Human. There's we still have a lot. We still have the entirety of Sanctuary and the back of in the back of labs. A few checks in labs. There's a lot we can do, which is terrible for these players. But Space Jump's somewhere, and they have to find it. Who rolled this hit again? Who do we blame for this? Is it Reed Whaley? And this, Reed, is why you're a part of the tournament staff. You clearly hold the same curse of terrible seeds that all the tournament staff does. I do not take responsibility for the runners screaming at you once this is over. It looks like soaringwyvern's interested in Aegon first. Well, they kind of have to go through here anyway, so we'll see where they head from here. They can choose Labs or Sanctuary. Meanwhile, Elias tried to get the item on top of the ship early. That's not an easy trick. I've never gotten that trick myself. So kudos for trying. Okay. Soaringwyvern not interested in storage, eh? We do not have grapple for SJ's Sanctuary Energy Controller yet. Oh, well, no, actually we have Screw Attack, so we can actually get there. Hey, our first SDK! Which is quite telling of how late all the basic items were. And we're still missing a very important basic item. Oh no! Elias ran out of dark ammo. Thankfully there's no more pirates to contend with. Elias playing a dangerous game, boosting through the face and crates. I feel like I said that for soaringwyvern. And I repeated it word for word. Sorry for the monotony. Okay, soaringwyvern is not taking Hall of Combat Mastery. Instead heading straight to Dark World. And finish scanning the scan post. Oh, what's that? Is that our boots? That's our boots! There it is. Wyvern finally finding space jump, and the seat is blown wide open. That was one hell of a logic chain. And I am surprised soaringwyvern is not displaying his rage with lemon shots. I know I would. That is a terrible logic chain. Missile expansion. Now hive entrance here, I don't know about that. Hive entrance is a very long check, to be honest. And while it is in logic, the sea just blew wide open. And it's a bit of a risk doing hive entrance right now. It's a very long check for only one item. So it's understandable that they're not heading for that yet. Not without having any sort of confirmation. Depending on how comfortable soaringwyvern is with wall crawling, they could potentially get their hints right about now. But considering they are staying around, I don't think they will be wall crawling for the resting hints, and we are instead looking for super missiles. It will be out of the way for the rest of the game. Yeah, that is true. There we go, soaringwyvern finally gets that E-Tank. Meanwhile, Elias is on their way out of St. Entrance. Hello, how bad? Really bad. That is how bad. We only just found our space jump in Calling Chamber after a light beam in Sanctuary entrance locked by Spider in Mining Station B. That was locked by a dark beam in Profane Path. It's been a trip so far. There are no arrays for this seed. Well, for this race, rather. We do not know about air yet. Soaringwyvern seems to be interested in Hive here. Elias is instead heading back through Great Temple. It's actually in logic with just bombs, but Screw Attack also puts it in logic. It's a bit of an obscure bit of logic, but it is there, and it's actually kind of bad. So, fun fact about this flock of night orbs: if you shoot a charge, annihilator shot at the grapple point, you will just they will just explode, all of them, which is a really nice way to get them out of the way, and to get an absurd amount of drops, especially ammo drops. Okay, so... Oh, I see. Okay, so what soaringwyvern is playing for here is we have an SDK in Tumas. Soaringwyvern wants to get it out of the way, which actually pretty good play, and it will open up energy controlled transports later for us. So this could prove this is actually really solid route of decision. Really bad read. You are definitely part of the tournament staff, I'll tell you that much. We got Space Jump around 3 minutes ago. It was Sculling Chamber rather than Helicopter Mastery, but yes, still bad. Aber station thing. Nothing interesting here in Hive Gyro. It looks like soaringwyvern wants to skip the gates. However, is struggling to get the BSJ. And there they go. Oh, that's... Ah. I don't think I've ever seen that. That sucks. Right. We know Quad's dead, so soaringwyvern can perform inbound squad skip here safely. Don't know if they will, but we'll find out soon. Meanwhile, enjoy good quad music. Elias finding out there's an SDK in Tumas. Meanwhile, Quad itself is known. Quad has nothing. Chicker worms are not known yet. We do have knowledge on all of the keys, though. The boss keys, that is, not SDKs. Quad being a bit of a troll. But I don't blame Quad. I also would not really like having my kneecaps shattered by a woman in her supersuit. It's kind of impressive how Samus just takes out massive creatures that that against any other human should overpower them. She is a bird of prey, that is true. I agree with that sentiment. She also takes out entire planets, also true. But we don't mention that. That's bad rep. Quad really embracing its inner quad main body and spinning all the way, spinning spinning all the time, just like that. Who knew quads liked dance? Sadly, Elias. Soaringwyvern is now out of light beam ammo, so they will be pressed for damage during the later phases of this fight, lest they decide to skip it. Elias is oh so close to space jump. Oh, wait. That is... okay, I've never seen this. I don't think I've ever seen someone try to heat the antenna with using the standables. I was expecting Soaringwyvern to perform inbound squad skip, but I guess not. Elias Thompson now finally laying eyes on that face jump that I'm not so sure they're too happy to see anymore. Yeah, those antennas really have a lot of health. I mean, sure, Reed, if you're willing to jump at the booth and watch the disaster you have created. You should feel responsible, Reed. You should. Okay, Elias, catching up fast. Already at main Yarrow with their space jump on tow, and about to, and probably also about to fight Quadraxis. So we might only be the Quadraxis fighter party. We might have a race, folks. Just a matter for the SDKs are and supers. Destiny tank on quad, as was hinted previously. Although I clearly remember that, sure. And finally, quad's out for the count, and we can steal its energy. We're a little confused on which door is the correct door. And welcome in Reed to the booth.
Alright, so what have I missed?
You've missed a lot, Reed.
Oh, so what I'm hearing is...
Okay, Reed, so let me give you a run back.
a little bit of
So we started with pretty tame bombs in Storage Cavern B, that and some seekers in Temple Assembly side.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Then it went bad. Emerald, Emerald was commissary, yeah. But then we had a boost in Jump Guardian for Annihilator in Underground Tunnel. We had Amber in Transport 7 leading to Light Suit, which led to Echo in FTA, which led us to our Dark Beam improvement path, to our Spider in Mining Station B, to our Light Beam in Sank Entrance, to our Space Jumping Calling Chamber, and that's as far as we've been. We have an SDK in 2 Moss, which is why we are fighting Quad, despite Quad having nothing and already being hinted. We still don't have hints. And it's only been, I believe, around 15 minutes since soaringwyvern got their space jump, and like 5 since Elias got theirs. Probably less on Elias' side.
This is what we call in the business content. You are correct, K-Rar. I am, in fact, the problem here. I am the problem.
Sometimes, sometimes you shouldn't be allowed within 10 feet of Randomania, but other times you're also you're part of the tournament team, and
yeah, I've been on the tournament team for a long time.
Yeah, that shows that if this seed was an indication of it. That is one heck of a tournament organizer's curse.
K-Rar, see, we don't need an Airy SDK. We need Airy supers.
Reed, please. I mean, like, almost everything is in logic now, outside of Turbos. But gods, this has been quite a seed.
Don't feel bad. The one before this on SG2 that I rolled was apparently also quite a seed.
Reed, did someone hurt you today?
Not today. No, we've been good. We've been all right today.
I see. So you're just being
This
mean
is
then.
just
All right.
this is just who I am as a person. Apparently, no. We remember the last couple of tournaments that I rolled seeds for. they've been a little rough.
Just a little understatement.
We're on old patcher, so we can't scan the door for the hints, unfortunately.
No, but on the other hand, we already know the solution to the doors. They
That's
are not
true.
randomized.
That is true. Here, you say that. I wouldn't say I'm specifically cursed when it comes to getting a seed. There have been so many boar before me that have done such great things, like Diggle. She was phenomenal at creating the worst of the worst seeds. Taking the energy back to Mo, which for the starting one of the Mentor tournament, you get it. It only makes sense we have to at least go back and take the energy to Tumo.
Yeah. This is a pretty solid option for routing, because we will have the energy controllers available later for cleanup.
Absolutely.
And since we already knew this was required, then this is absolutely worth it.
Oh my goodness. This could be an SDK on Tumos for supers and Corvus energy.
Oh god! I mean, at least they have some reason to do that, but...
Yeah, but when are you going to think about doing it?
Yeah, that's just the thing, isn't it? Sadly, they do have to actually take out the quad in this room to leave, so...
Yeah, just go back down there, lure it next to the cannon. Goes into space. This room's always fantastic because the quad goes into the ether, just poof, gone.
Oh, they don't have any light ammo. Nice little tip against this, guys. You can screw attack the head when the shield's up, and it will delete the shield. It will also sometimes actually take out the head itself.
There you go. It's being rude.
There you go. Now we can leave.
Nice finishing phase 2 a quad. I feel like Bash and Baja are going to have some choice words for me whenever they get here.
I think both mentees will have choice words for you too.
That's true.
I also have some choice words, but I'm not running this, so I'll let the racers talk for me.
Baja has already said into the DM, "What have you done? Don't actually respond. Just LMAO." It's just like, oh, okay. Anytime you get a message, it's like, what did you do? No cursing on SpeedGaming. This is a family-friendly channel. Giving us our SDK. This is SDK number 2, I think.
Yeah, that is SDK 2.
An hour 35.
Hour 35, and we only have our second SDK, which is kind of rough considering how much of the game we've done.
Right, and
But then again, we haven't been able to do too much, which, yeah.
out space jump, it becomes a little difficult to do some routing.
Yeah. Some particularly rude spots for NSJ logic too, which really test the knowledge of both runners and mentors
Yeah.
about what's in logic. Profin path doesn't come up all too often, but when it does come up, it's bad.
Yeah, Perfect Bad NSJ is not a fun time.
We also had Mining Station B NSJ, which requires doing the entire thing vanilla.
Yep. And what a seed. Oh, I am gonna get yelled at.
You absolutely are. Well, that's both joke hints, so no more of those.
Tell that is the teleport frustration from a joke hit. No super.
Elias, that is not the correct order.
Yep, that is the perfect order.
Did Elias already take the energy? Did I miss it?
Yes, they went back.
Okay, so I missed it. Alright.
That's right. We don't have supers to go to Torvis. We get to
We
take
don't
the
have
gondola.
supers. We, in fact, do have to take the gondola. Well, we could also go and enter through Aegon. It looks like soaringwyvern is more interested in the out of bounds. They are getting hints. Oh boy. Now what check have you required?
Oh boy.
Still only have 2 SDKs and like half the game to tread. Oh, did soaringwyvern not pivot? Ooh, that's bad. Because,
might have a pivot and sank.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because if they didn't pivot, their last save is with 4 quarter axes, and that will cost them a lot and put Elias ahead. But if they save before save warping, then that's fine. Wyvern making it out of bounds.
Half the battle. Was the pivot pre or post quad? I guess is the question. Oh no, because they save warped. They save warped.
Yeah, they save warped, so they probably pivoted in sync.
Okay, that's not terrible. That's not terrible.
Yeah. Although if they reset, they will lose the ability to use the energy control transport, which they'd have to save warp back for.
Yeah, and that's not huge. They'd have to save warp back to get the SDK anyway.
Yeah. Okay. soaringwyvern made it through the first room.
Nice.
We do have Seekers, so we only have to do half of this walk roll. We can just ceiling warp after the super door, and we are good to go. Just, that's a little risky making this room visible, because this room might crash if you make it visible and then transition to it.
True.
Looks like we're safe though. So soaringwyvern now has a couple hints to read.
Good news is we know that there's not going to be an item here that is going to be like 100% hard required. We can't get back to the sun. We know supers can't be here.
Yeah.
So
Elias is being a little more 4-0 in Sanctuary, which can pay off, but
getting a little bit.
Wyvern will definitely have an advantage with hints. Although if Elias finds super soon, then that might prove really advantageous. Especially because it will mean that Wyvern missed them. Alright, let's see. What do we
Carol,
have?
you know I roll area a lot, so let's see what we can do.
Venomous Spawn,
Okay, we've got everything we need for that.
Sentinel's Path,
We walked
which
right by it.
Lagoon, Temple Access in Turtus, Transit
TTS.
Tunnel South, we need Gravity Boost.
So we ain't done yet.
Central
Cat
Area
West.
Transit Path. And Dark Turbos Arena. Oops, all Turbos. Well, except for that one in Sentinel's Path, which Soaring Wyvern will have to go back for.
Cat West, we'll have to go back for Fiddle Path, which again takes we walked right by, coming out. Grabbing supers.
Oh yeah, we need supers to get to lower turbos. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Unless we want to do the statue skip.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Okay.
picked up Cat West.
Wyvern taking a death forp.
Got to grab this. So, in terms of SDKs, Elias will actually be at 4 compared to the Wyverns 2 whenever they go pick up you.
Yeah. Okay, Elias clearing out all the SDKs in Sanctuary. There are no more for Elias in Sanctuary.
Yeah, the lasers are a lot quicker to die to than the phase-on pool because they'll hit multiple times a frame as opposed to the phase-on doing a steady tick. Actually, Wyvern will be able to pick up Sentinel's Path right now because they pivoted. So, they go through the Cat West real quick. Then they have a pretty tight game other than hints.
I really want Elias to find supers here.
I do too. I would love for Elias to be rewarded for doing the cleanup.
I mean, we've already cursed this with Super Scenari, so
I have.
maybe if Elias does that, maybe supers are actually Neri. Who knows? Come on, Neri.
We could very, very easily have grab an Airy.
That too. We are still not Gummoed, surprisingly enough. Soaring Wyvern clearing out every SDK in Sanctuary, only has a couple checks left. We also don't have Cobalt. So hopefully those are not looking anything. Soaring Wyvern, that is dangerous, do not do that. Okay, for a moment I
Mr.
thought
E?
that we're going
Okay.
back to Cat West. Oof.
5-tank light suit. Don't need the extra E. It's nice to have if you want it, but not gonna for our runners. It's not gonna be over necessary.
Yeah.
Go, dude. Dark beam shot. Maybe the big question here is, they see what they're wanting to do this game.
I did not catch that.
They looked at it again and decided not to. The question here is Bash gonna tell Elias to say, you know, the rest of the season's been absolutely terrible. Why not do Airy?
Why not do Airy? Yeah. We still also have Main Yarrow, which Soaring Wyvern neglected to check. And, oh, nope. Looks like Elias is taking a save. Maybe safe warping?
That's what I'm thinking. Is take the energy back.
They are in fact safe warping. They are taking the energy back. Having the controller transports available will prove beneficial for Elias routing. Soaring Wyvern also will have to unlock them at some point, but the longer they spend here in Sanctuary, the more time they're given back to Elias.
I would almost put good money on seeing Elias go to Torvis right now. To Torvis Energy.
Absolutely.
There is a phenomenal clip from Bash's streams for like 2-something hours in of Supers being in Torvis Energy Controller. And if they are here and Bash is mentoring, he is going to lose his mind whenever he comes in here.
He absolutely will. Soaring Wyvern choosing not to go for the free energy. Okay, no, never mind. They are going for the Spider Ball is an Aegon, and
Bad. But we
Okay, so
can get
they
out
are
to
here.
the front.
We absolutely can.
No content.
No content.
Oh. It would have been worth it for Supers to be there just for Bash's reaction to them being there.
I mean, if you want Bash to shout at you more. Right. So Elias is taking the lead after nearly 2 hours. Elias has finally caught up, and now they are in the lead.
They are neck and neck.
They are neck and neck. We have a race.
We have a high five, as a matter of fact.
We have a 5-5, yeah. It all falls down on who finds the progression first. Which, with Graham entering Soaring Wyvern, I don't know.
Now, that is fair. Elias does still need STK hits, so Wyvern has the knowledge advantage.
Wyvern has the knowledge advantage, and he also has Baja, aka Go Where the Yams Are.
Yeah, Baja never punished blood. Yeah. Bash is no slouch, though, when it comes to Echo's knowledge, routing, and everything else.
Yeah,
he is one of the OGs of the scene. So, I mean,
that is true.
This is a stacked mentor team.
Very true. Elias getting
routing. The way they're routing, they may not need heads. They may end up getting all the SDKs before they get heads. So getting that hit knowledge and doing the roll call may not matter.
I'm gonna boost Elias Howdy a bit. Major upgrade storage cavern B. That was for bombs.
Missile there. We'll go the other way. The hints tonight have also been spectacular. Whole lot of thanks game, man.
The hints have been pretty useless so far. I think the only worthwhile hint was SDK on Tumas, which is wild
Yeah.
to say.
But here, which we know is an SDK as well. This one we just air underwater.
P1, which looks like soaringwyvern is going to do the air underwater for.
There you go. Parapod, there you go. The beaver laser the ball. Getting the air underwater relatively quickly. Nicely done.
Yeah, that was very fast.
S doesn't know it. It's time to learn air underwater. This is a new way to do this that I haven't really seen.
Item pool key 1 acquired. soaringwyvern has their key. Takes the lead back from Elias. Yeah, this is I guess this is a way to do it. But yeah, I haven't seen this either.
Everybody in chat has seen this. I mean, hey, you know what? If it's the way you know it works, it's not the wrong way.
Yeah, Elias getting it. So only a couple seconds behind soaringwyvern here. We had a beam related in poison bug, which could be our super missile.
Could.
Looks like Elias is interested in going to Dark World here, whereas soaringwyvern wants Great Bridge, which I don't think they grabbed earlier.
Well, yeah, Elias did not grab. They both went through the tunnel and got the item, so Elias didn't come back up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, looks like Wyvern's struggling just a little bit.
Echoes is one of those games where there are so many strats to do the same trick. The way there may be more quote unquote optimal ways to do tricks, but the way you know how to do something isn't going to be the quote unquote wrong way.
Yeah.
So do it how you're comfortable. Do it how it makes sense to you. Because
yeah, that is actually great great way to go about it.
If you spend an extra 3 minutes doing a trick the quote unquote optimal way as to where you can do it in a minute the way you know how to do it, who cares? You just got 2 minutes of free time save.
Yeah. Okay, so Elias will be missing out on the SDK in Dark Turbis Arena here, which will not feel great when they found out there's one there.
Light ammo, Mr. Flippy. Power bomb missed. Sunburst. Okay.
Sunburst. Okay, that's interesting.
We take those.
Okay. Okay. No one likes huntering. Huntering suck. They're very annoying enemies. which is why we always use an island on that beacon. And we have Super Missile!
There's
Elias
Elias.
is now quite well in the lead. If Elias is willing to try and get Transit Tunnel South without the gravity boost, they are pretty much good to go.
Not having knowledge, we don't make that play.
Yeah.
Now, this
Now,
is the point where Bash is probably going, okay, let's do our last few seconds of checks here, save warp, go check heads.
yeah. Elias does not have hints. However, Wyvern does. Which, will put Wyvern in the lead if, well, not super far in the lead, but Elias will have to come back for Dark Service Arena, which Wyvern already knows about.
It's going to be, what, 6 or 7 SDKs now for Elias at this point?
Let me think. They have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they have like 7-ish.
Yeah. I'm trying to think
6
what
or
else is
7.
going to be left. The Venomous Pond, which we just got.
Yeah.
Built stuff we got. Lagoon we got.
Yeah.
Simple Access we got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Elias is taking a save.
So yeah, we're missing Trenthill South, and we're missing...
We're missing Transit Tunnel South. We're
Dark
missing
Service
Dark
Arena.
Service Arena. Yeah, so Elias only needs 2 more. And then they're free to go. And with the supers, they now have free access to their hints.
There's going to be a huge time save. Oh, and we have a free SDK. Don't even have to go fight Bruce Guardian if we don't want to, but with us knowing we need grab, we gotta do it anyway.
Yeah, we still need
You don't wanna-
gravity.
It feels bad to come back here and have it be grab.
Yeah.
So, right now I say Elias is in the lead.
Yeah.
However,
Yeah, I also think so.
If Grav is in Torvis or Dark Torvis, missed the 1 cycle on Boost Guardian. That hurts.
Rips.
But no, if Grav is in Torvis or Dark Torvis, where it's accessible, Wyvern has this in a huge place right now. Such a really boss fight. I'm not sure which boss fight I like less. This boss fight or Spider-Man?
Yeah, this is... I believe this is the only boss fight where I've heard of the devs themselves saying it's too difficult and letting it slide. So we don't know what's in here. And we find a red key. That is a Turbis key. Elias seems to want the hint that is behind the super door.
There you go.
The gravity boost is in Sanctuary Fortress Sanctuary Map Station. Elias needs Cobalt.
We're on a Cobalt hunt for Grav
No, dude.
ETS. Oh my god. And so Grav can be, or so Cobalt can be anywhere at this point, except
What is...
Spider Guardian
That's it?
and Sync Map Station.
And Hive Dynamo works, I guess.
Yeah, well, Hive Dialogue, but that's the whole.
Oh, God.
No, Cobalt can be anything at this point but 2 checks. Technically 3 checks if you count the upper item for Spider Guardian, but that one we can get to without actual Cobalt. Logical 2 checks.
Oh God. Okay, so if either runner is willing to skip Gravity Boost for the seed, that is going to be so strong.
That
So
would
strong.
be incredibly strong.
Yeah. Little less strong if they can skip Cobalt but not Gravity Boost and get Sanctuary Map Station from out of bounds. But
Super
we'll see what
missiles.
these runners do.
Super
Wyvern still
missiles.
has no knowledge though, so that's
No.
advantage for Elias.
And again, we know where they cannot do the cleanup here. Yeah.
So,
Fail.
okay, starting Wyvern found their supers.
So
So we're about neck and neck. Advantage Elias on information. Advantage Wyvern on STKs.
gonna be an advantage.
I think Elias has the biggest advantage. Information on Gravity Boost, especially if you can't do it, if you can't skip it, is huge.
Well, here's
And
the bad
Starting
thing.
Wyvern will
They
not
don't know
come
they
back.
need
Will
gravity
not.
boost until right about now.
Yep. They are probably not happy
Cue the
about
sad
that.
trombone sounds.
And they will find out that Tartarus Arena has an Estigate, which they do have to go back for. But that's all of them for Elias.
Here's the question: does the Wyvern go ahead and do TTS small call? And through the parent. I don't know. This might be a save. This might be a save to go out of bounds there at Chica. Drop down. Try for the lower Torbis. I mean, at 2 hours. At 2 hours, I start thinking about doing some crazy plays.
Yeah, like here, if I was mentoring either of these two runners, I would absolutely be encouraging skipping grab boost. But I'm not entirely sure how comfortable both runners are with out of bounds. I guess Starting Wyvern has some amount of familiarity, having done the Hints Walk earlier, but I don't know if Elias has.
Elias taking the pivot save in Dark Orbis right next to Cash B.
Right next to Cash B. See. Okay, so Starting Wyvern is going out of bounds. Not checking the item first. Which if it happens to be Cobalt, that's actually amazing.
Yes and no.
Eh.
Okay, it's not.
Okay, so nothing. So Elias will be turning around.
Yeah. Like, it's amazing it's not, because at that point, Elias rushes for grab while Wyvern tries to do the out of bounds.
If they decide to attempt it, of course. It's not a super
one.
friendly out of bounds.
Oh no.
It's easy to get soft locked. Okay. Yeah, Wyvern's struggling a bit with this. And it looks like Elias just a little lost.
I'm trying to think if there's any other checks I can do for Cobalt, I think.
I mean, literally anywhere. You haven't checked.
Good news. It's the rest of the world.
Furia.
Oh.
Oh, and did they get it?
I think so. Yes. Yep. Real quick. Make sure that it's not something we have to have.
Okay. Gonna look at the item in this room. And
If they're
Elias
anything like
is...
I am, that's the point where you get to the room, see the super lock still on the door, realize you have a super and go, oh, right, I could just look at this room. I should probably do that.
Okay, Elias is probably going to circle around Turbus Grove to unlock the gate. And take the rest, okay? Elias... Did Elias get Great Bridge? I don't think they
Yes.
did.
They
did?
did
Oh, okay.
skip or get. They did skip it.
Oh, okay. Okay, no, they're getting it now. Okay.
It's made
Yes, right. Wyvern successfully getting the hardest part of the wall crawl down. Now it just needs to get back in bounds.
in here. Actually, no. Wait a minute. See, there we are.
And Wyvern finishes the wall crawl. Well done.
There we go. Okay. Hey, wait a minute. Walls were away again. Time out.
Okay, so... It's an interesting situation because Elias will not find Cobalt here. But Wyvern does not know that Cobalt leads to gravity. So we've got kind of an interesting situation here.
Yeah.
Like, Elias might look behind, but this is actually not.
This could go anyway. It really
Yeah, this...
depends on how long you spend on the TTS wall.
Yeah. If you do it, that is.
If you're here, there's only one reason to still be here.
Yeah. Elias not checking Turbus Plaza? Doesn't seem interested. He was thinking about it though.
Well, go do Dark Grove 3.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, that's a soft lock.
Oh,
That's a
yep.
soft lock.
That is a reset.
That's a reset.
We do not try to screw protect through those bars.
No, you just... Okay, you just walk left and fall.
Yep.
If you get stuck, just hold right.
You just face through
Oh,
it.
that's so bad.
Unfortunately, the game thinks that's an out of bounds. For some reason, it thinks those bars are not inbounds in reality.
They are inbounds. The problem is that there's no collision on the back of them. So you are faced with back face collision, which is the oldest sticky collision you find out of bounds.
Yeah. You think a lot better than that.
Okay, so Wyvern has to either do the walk roll again or go back to Light World.
That's a good couple minute time loss. So we try it again?
They do try it again.
We try it again. Okay. Hey.
Yeah.
Elias, I'm not 100% sure what we're doing. Maybe getting some advice from our mentor.
Probably looking up maybe looking up a resource. Who knows?
That may have said them, hey, how comfortable are you with out of bounds?
Okay. Elias getting the 1 cycle on Boost Guardian.
Oh yeah, that is actually really fair. It's 2 hours 11. That could have been a bio break.
That could have been a vibe break. That's actually, yeah, that's very likely. Oh! They get up and then just the camera said no.
Block so rude. At least when they come back, you have a little bit more forgiveness. There you go.
Okay, so now both players are only missing Transit Tunnel South. So it all comes down to what the players do with this information. Okay, so looks like Elias is in fact going to go get Plaza checks, which Wyvern did not.
How am I supposed to do these? Or at least do this room.
I mean, we have everything we need to do both rooms.
Yeah.
Key, which Starkagan key, okay. That's the Turbis one. I believe there was one in Top of Grounds and another one in Aegon. We haven't found either of those two.
There you go.
You know what we never
There
checked?
it is.
We have never checked Wind Chamber. Nor top of the ship.
Picked up. Oh god. Well, so that is the one thing that is Baja's kryptonite. Never punished except for GFMC.
Yeah. We also don't have information on Face on Grounds. Nor Ink Reliquary. I don't think we ever scanned the corpse.
So license the routes. Definitely something worth learning here.
Yeah.
Be able to do the boost jump. And so
Looks like this board is being just a little annoying. And Elias is not interested in whatever
not dealing with it. Alright.
Yeah. You can peek the item. You can peek the item before finishing. Okay, it looks like Wyvern's going to straight up skip Graph Boost. So the faster they can get this, the bigger the advantage they will get against Elias. Okay.
Unfortunately, I have a bad feeling that pulling this off is going to be currently be the nether. Because we still have to go all the way back to Sank Map for Grav, and then all
Grab,
the way
and then
back
come back.
to
Yeah,
Corvus.
so... Oh, Soaring Wyvern gets the out of bounds.
We're out of bounds.
Now it's just a matter of grabbing the key and taking it back.
Yep.
Alright, let's get here in the water. No. Wyvern's making good progress on TTS.
This is not a trivial wall crawl.
This is not a trivial walkthrough, yeah.
The top of chip cobalt would be Chef's Kiss hilarious. Especially because you know where cobalt was in the other seed I rolled tonight?
Does
Top of
Elias
chip.
want blog? Don't do it, Elias.
We know blog can't have cobalt.
Blog can't have
One of the few
cobalt.
places. One of the few places it can't be. Oh.
Yeah, TTS also can't have it. And I think that's it. Everywhere else can have it. A suit is in sand cache.
Yeah.
Not
You have light
super
suit,
useful
but
hint.
thank you.
Dungeon
Beam
contains
related.
a beam related, so that's not it.
Taking a few seconds to go over BTS wall crawl and have finish it up and not soft lock, which is probably one of the more important parts of the wall crawl is being able to get back out from the wall crawl.
Yeah.
So, if we're Wyvern and Baja, if we do soft lock here again, do we go for it again?
Oh,
We have it.
you got it.
Now we gotta get out.
Yeah.
Great job just even doing that part of the wall crawl. Like, massive props.
Indeed.
Now we gotta get out. At that range, those are going to be secret missers. Back up a little. There you go. There you go. Good. Good. Jay, hey, you're here. Where did Spider end up being?
Spider was in mining station B.
Previous seed. I'm sorry. Jay was commenting the 8:30 seed, and that was our go mode. It was Spider. I had to go eat dinner before then.
I see. And it's not a useful hint game. Not what we're looking for. Problem is we didn't really have access to hints earlier.
Got this.
Oh, is Elias going to sink?
You can get up there. You'll have grab it while you do.
Soaringwyvern is morphing too early. And overextendable, which is not great. Typically, the best time to unmorph when ceiling warping is after a couple, like a half a second after you've hit the collision. Looks like Soaringwyvern is crawling back. Wants to ceiling warp into TTS instead, which I think is harder, but that's just me. Chica is dead. I do believe that was the last of our available hints. Cobalt is either hinted behind itself or not hinted at all.
What a seed.
We still have Fatal Labs to check, but I don't think I see either player going back for that. Not unless it's strictly necessary.
I think you're probably right. I should be able to do this unless we get a panic screw attack, which I mean, to be honest, I've done far too many times. There it is. They have done it. The heist is complete. We're out. We're heading for final bosses.
We have Wyvern first to go mode.
That was awesome. Well done. I mean, do we really call it go mode if we skip 2 items? I guess. I mean, we're in final bosses mode. I don't know if we can call it go mode. But I guess we call it go mode.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I think Wyvern's going there.
Yeah, I think we're going anyway. I don't think it matters what we call it. I think they're gone. Yeah, quote go unquote mode. Bow mode. Okay, go mode is go mode. That's absolutely right. You say faker mode, and all I can think of is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Which, by the way, if you have not gone to see Sonic the Hedgehog 3 in theaters, go see Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Totally worth it. I'm not getting paid by Paramount or Thought or Sega, but man, if you have not seen that, go see that. Such a good movie. Anyway, off topic. Wyvern, heading final bosses. There is not a single thing that we honestly need at this point that's going to make final bosses any easier. We have more than enough E. Both suits. We have Spider. We have Screw Attack. We're golden.
Yeah, there's little else that can improve our experience. I guess we could get Cannonball, but
yeah. Let me double check.
Should be shuffled.
Yeah,
I believe
okay.
it is shuffled in the base preset.
It is. I just wanted to double check with the Mentor preset. I wanted to make sure that it did get Cannonball as well. I could not remember off the top of my head, but I still have where I rolled the seed pulled up, so I can just look at it. Again, some of the people in the RDV server get mad at me, but I do in fact roll for seed hashes. And it throws off their metrics. But I absolutely roll for what my gut says. That's a bad seed hash. They're going to have a bad time. And so far, it's working. Double word seed hashes are some of my absolute favorites that I have ever rolled. And this is one tonight. Okay. Disclaimer. The hashes do not matter. RDVs, the stance of Randomizer is the seed hashes do not, in fact, determine how bad or good a team is going to be. Subjective opinion. Seed hashes absolutely matter about how bad a seed is going to be, and I will fight you on it. Because double word, repeating word, seed hashes have been some of the worst I have ever rolled. Alright, and the final boss is 228, 26. And we're going to hit the final boss is Elias heads to Aegon. Sadly, no. Well, we don't know that. We could have Airy Cobalt and just not see Airy, which will be very sad. Okay. Heading through. Oh, do we need a power bomb?
Probably wanted missile refill.
Oh, we don't play it. I was talking more Elias than Murder. I'm sorry.
Ah.
Oh yeah, we haven't checked Sand Canyon yet. Apparently,
We couldn't.
we didn't
We
have,
didn't have
yeah, we didn't have Screw Attack. Yeah, we didn't have the space jump. Oh, wow, that's a hard one to say. Dark Burst.
Yeah, again, there's an entirety of Aegon Labs to do, which is not great.
First super miss. Second super hit. Good laser dodge. Third super hit.
Hits. Doesn't take out
Fourth
down.
super miss.
Ooh, miss. And Empowering has more than half its health, so they got the weird thing where sometimes you don't actually get the full damage of the super, so they will have to do an extra super on top.
Yep.
Or at least a charge light shot.
I cannot remember if they went through Mr. Flippy. I believe they did, so they, in theory, have Sunburst.
I know Elias does. I don't know if Wyvern does.
Yeah. First super miss.
Miss. Bearing really not behaving.
Super missiles acting like seeker missiles and missing far too many times.
Hey, look, it's Dark Samus.
Hey, Dark Samus 1. So, Dark Samus 1 is fun little fight. It should be dead by now. What's going on? We had a
No Dark Beam ammo.
Oh no. Now, Annihilator does do an unconscionable amount of damage to Dark Samus 1 for no particular reason.
Yep, 10 times damage.
Alright.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Hit. And there you go. Finish it off with some Annihilator shots. If we can. Oh, laser hit us. Another cycle. Ouch.
And that's Dark
Elias
Samus
one
down.
I hate to see the extra cycles on EI1. It's one of those things. It reminds me of the meme of it's free real estate guy, and it's free time loss. There we go.
Cannonball.
Okay. All right. Heading to entering 2. 7 power bombs. No worries. We're good here. Don't tell me that's okay, key. Okay. Whew. Say Dark Oasis HUD system, that's where I just stop playing.
Yeah. That would just be cruel.
At that point, that's where I just put down the controller, hit the DNF button, and I walk away. So, tip for Elias for next time. If you're out of dark ammo, and you're right there, go to the vanilla dark beam room. Those crates are guaranteed to drop you dark ammo, because they don't want you to soft lock in that room, just spamming dark ammo shots and everything to the door. Do what I will fight people over is the best music in the game. Screw attack. Ring 3. And hit its little booties. That should be some good damage. About half.
That's not bad.
So, in development, Emperor Ring 3 had little socks that had screw attack points on them that you had to kill to actually do damage to Emperor Ring 3. Those were axed somewhere in the development process, but the damage triggers were never taken away. So now, you just screw attack into his feet, or ankles, I guess, technically. Break his ankles. Okay, Emperor. So we know it's a he. I had to think about it. I was like, well, could be that. So, yeah. I got off on a tangent. But, yeah, just screw attack into its ankles, and we're done. Off to Dark Samus 3 and 4. Fingers crossed, just 3. Alright. Chat, can't do a prediction, but what do you think? Centered? Not centered? That is true. That is true, Rico. Look at the Metroid Prime 2 Echo for Nintendo games. See where we're at.
I just want to know where Cobalt is, honestly.
We're gonna find out. Very, very
Gonna find
soon.
out.
Laser. And with that much Annihilator, we are out of Dark Beam. So we're not doing the Dark Beam strats.
Or any beam, for that matter.
Mm-mm. Did our 21 Annihilator shots. Hopefully we did our 21 Annihilator shots. Or at least close. Ooh, good damage on the screw attack, but that is a center. The Dark Samus
Center. Okay, got good RNG first.
Yeah. Phase on
Shots,
pellets first try.
pellets.
Very nice. Elias making the same thing I always do. That is not a cutscene. You can't skip it.
Yeah.
I do that every single time I go through that room.
Fun fact: you cannot walk roll through that room. That bomb slot is actually the load trigger, and the game will crash if you try to load a room. Wow,
That's cool. Did not know that. You learn new things every day.
Yeah.
Good RNG on the phase-on pellets.
Yeah, pretty good RNG. We are one shot away.
I don't think I've ever seen Dark Samus drop on that low a health. And Baja's in chat. Hey, Baja. How's it going?
Hi, Baja, and GG!
GG's delivered with an official race time of 2:37:59. Yeah, no, I don't think she's supposed to drop at that HP. Anything under like 20%, I think, is supposed to be a guaranteed. I'm going to stay up and fire phasing on it at you.
It's anything under 5, I think.
Okay. I mean, we were right there where that super was 1 HP from DS4 being dead. So.
Right.
Check the race time real quick. Elias has forfeited.
Elias has forfeited? Oh, yeah. Okay.
GG's. Baja got an SG invite, but Warren did not. Okay. Yeah, give me 1 second. I will send them one. SG stuff. I just sent them a DM. There's Wyvern. GG's. Congratulations.
Hello. Thank you. That was something.
That's yeah. I came in after dinner because I jumped in. I'm like, oh well, we're like an hour and 28 minutes. How's everything going, Chad? And they're like, we just found Chase Jump. I'm like, oh,
28 minutes space jump. No, it was like an
No,
hour.
an hour and 28. No, I came in after eating dinner at an hour and 8 minutes into chat just to check and see how the seed was going. Like, we just found space jump like 2 minutes ago. I'm like, oh,
It was rough.
that's not good. And we were joined by Elias and BashPrime. GG's. Well played on the seed.
I'll
GG's.
say it's a good game. It was not a good seed.
I was not ready.
No,
Like, yeah,
no
Metro
one's
tournament.
ever ready.
We're gonna teach you
Or
some
three.
stuff. Oh, that's Echo. Oh, we need to do stuff. Okay. All right. Time to take the gloves off.
I'd like to apologize for my tracker not tracking.
That's okay.
No worries. This was
I,
such a rude scene, especially for a Metro tournament.
You know, remember how I was talking in the race time before? Hey, at least you guys didn't get the 830 seed. I kind of wish maybe you guys had gotten the 830 seed because I think that one may have been somehow better than this.
Oh, I was not watching the credits roll. Say where
Oh.
gravity was.
We have not gotten there on the race stream yet.
Gravity
we know
is...
we know where gravity boost is.
Yeah, we found the hint for it.
Yeah, we know where gravity is, but you're not gonna like it.
Oh God, where is it?
So
It-
gravity is in Sync
Entering
Map
map.
Station, which is locked behind Cobalt, which is in.
You didn't get Cobalt? Oh my God.
No, they didn't get code.
No.
Did they out of bounds for TTS? Amazing.
They did. They did.
Where was
That
Cobalt?
was- we were just searching the game for Cobalt.
High
High
entrance!
No.
Okay.
Dang it! I should have. Oh man,
God.
I briefly talked about it as soon as you got space jump, and I'm like, oh, we could go there. I'm like, oh wait, but quad's open. Oh
Yeah,
no.
we did do
That was the
the
same
same thing.
thing.
We didn't need it.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, we were never gonna find
entrance.
that.
So it was technically double light suit locked. Cobalt. Double light suit locked. Gravity boost for TTS.
Do you want to know what's bad about that check? When it's like Spider, you cannot logically like you cannot in bounds like get the hint for it. Like if it's Spider, for instance, Cobalt's also pretty nasty.
Yeah, because you guys got every hint except for the Cobalt hints.
Yeah, we just didn't know where it was. It didn't get hinted. I mean, I made the mistake of not realizing that Trial Grounds was actually logical with Screw Attack. That jump sucks. Like, I'm shocked Elias got it like as quickly as he did. Like, very pleasantly surprised. I mean, honestly, Elias played really well. Like, I felt we were pretty much schmoving even with the.
If I knew what to do, I did what was told of me. Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, right up until the TTS wall crawl, you guys were actually in the lead because you had the
Yeah.
knowledge on
Yeah.
the grab booth that Wyvern and Baja didn't.
Yeah.
Out of bounds.
Still lingered in Torvis more than I probably should have had Elias linger there, but I wasn't sure like what was not gravity boost locked, so I'm like,
At that point, we just have to make every check for Cobalt.
Yeah.
You know? So it's-
Well, we were also getting the hints too, so
yeah.
and the desperate hope that Cobalt would show up, but unfortunately no.
I must say I did love the immediate return energy to two modes, get SDK, and beeline to Torvis energy controller to see if supers are there.
Yeah.
Honestly,
talking-
shoutouts to oh, go ahead.
No, we were talking in the comments booth. I'm like, I will put good money that that Bash is telling Elias, okay, we don't have supers, we have this open. Go to Torvis Energy. Go to Torvis Energy right now. Supers are probably going to be there. Go.
Something like that. I was like, well, it'd be really funny if it's there, but we also have Emerald, and we can go from that direction to Torvis, so it just worked out.
I kind of prioritized going back because we got that hint for the beam related upgrade, and at that point it was either like supers it could have been, and then wasn't aware it could also be emo expansions and BashBloods. It's like, well, you could check that. I'm like, no, I'm going to prioritize checking that. And it was super simple. We were laughing about it.
Yeah,
It was a great
I was
call.
like, it's possible because like I was curious about Accursedly because it was also Beam related. Yeah, the fact that it was Poison Bog is just it's so funny.
And I had never done the like transfer screw attack underwater glitch with the frame because I thought it was the model that was whenever you touch the water instead of the camera. So I had never been able to do it in the past. And it's like, no, it's the camera. I'm like, oh, and then I like get it in a few tries.
Thank
we
you
were
for
wondering about that, and my big deal was, hey, if that's how you know how to do it and it works, it's not the wrong way to do it.
yeah, for sure.
We were talking. It's like, well, you can either learn the quote optimal way to do something and take 4 minutes doing it, or you can do it the way you know and take a minute doing it. Guess what? You got 3 minutes free time save. It doesn't have to be the optimal way. Whatever's comfortable for you, that's the right way for you to do it.
Yeah, it's another reason we didn't do like gay skip for Boost Guardian or Arena because I had never. I just didn't have time to learn that trick the past week, and Bash was like, "Yeah, it's gonna be quicker to just go around."
Yeah, I didn't think
That's
it
a
was
great
worth
reason.
it, and there were items on the way that was like, oh, maybe this is Cobalt. No, it wasn't.
no, that's a perfect reason to do that because the amount of time you can save or the amount of time you lose trying a trick you're not comfortable with almost never matches up.
Yeah, it's the risk reward thing of like sunk cost fallacy. Like, oh, like I should just give up and just take the time loss and just get to the thing. Yeah, it's.
All right. So
But no, Elias I think did really well.
absolutely, and I cannot
Wyvern.
tell you enough on how well Wyvern pulled off the TTS wall crawl.
Yeah, I mean I say that, and Wyvern skipped Cobalt, so I mean that's
yeah,
super impressive.
Skip Cobalt, skip
Yeah.
Grav, pulled it off flawlessly. Have you been practicing the TTS wall crawl at all, or was that first time trying it, or?
No, I didn't even know that was a thing. Baja walked me through it, so I paused for a minute to watch
wow.
him do it, and then just did what he did.
Yeah,
Pulled it off flawlessly. Like
Yeah.
that is not
That's
an
impressive.
easy. That is not an easy wall crawl at all. That is not trivial. That is a tough wall crawl to pull
It's
off. And pulling it
really
off in
annoying.
the time.
It's really annoying without gravity boost too,
Yeah.
Pulling that
because
off
then you have to like
time.
morph into it, kind of. Yeah, it's a time.
First time in a tournament match is Chef's Kiss awesome. Like well done.
Appreciate it. I thought I had failed because I hit the item a lot lower than Baja did when I was watching his stream, his Discord stream, and I was like, I panicked. I almost backed away from it. I don't know if it shows up on the VOD,
Yeah.
but like I jumped at it and I backed away and I was like, oh well, don't do that, go for it. And I did end up just clipping it enough.
That was awesome.
But yeah,
well-
this was super fun actually. I didn't mentor in the Prime tournament, so I had no idea what to expect. I was like, what am I supposed to do? Like,
Bash is just as new at this as I am.
yeah. Well, you mentored Prime 1.
Well, I was never been a mentee.
Fair. I mean, yeah, fair enough.
Bash is like calling me up before. He's like, "Hey, how do I mentor during the race?"
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't know
so
what I
I
was
was like-
doing, man.
But yeah, after the race, I was like, "Hey, can I track for them?" It's like, yeah, Ash, I'm pretty sure I'll leave it up to Baja because he's the tournament admin now. But yeah, I'm pretty sure other than cheating or running the seed with them, you can help them however you can help them. Like you're good.
I had to restrain myself so hard from typing in race time after we got Dark Beam. I was just like, for like 30 minutes, I just wanted to type who gen this.
I am raising my hand.
Oh, okay. I hope you're proud of
Yeah.
yourself.
I am. I had two tonight that were both awful. So, Elias and Wyvern, this is your first week of the Mentor tournament. What do you like? What do you not like? What do you think? For this being just the kind of the first experience in either first experience in an Echoes tournament, or definitely it's for experience being able to have that That's strong resource, especially this week with Bash and Baja in your corners. Strong resource on routing and tricks. What do you guys think about it?
So you go
ahead. Great. Well, the seed was bad. It was a nice little follow logic as much as you can in SJ. It showcased for me, some of the areas I need to try and work on if I have time before the next race. The tournament, it's great. It's reminding me why I have not done an Echoes tournament before. I don't know. Everything considered, I had a fun time.
Yeah, I mean, me too. This, especially, going through this and being taught just a bunch of stuff on the fly. I had to do NSJ extensions with Screw Attack that I have never had to do before.
Yeah.
And the whole time Baja was like this. I didn't foresee, like, nobody has been practicing this, I guarantee you. But that's the thing, is like this tournament has been really cool because there's been a lot of really experienced people who've made themselves very available to us beginners, and it's just been awesome being able to contact people to just learn how to play the game in this way, So
yeah, I was waiting for this tournament to start, assuming it would happen eventually, to learn Echoes Randomizer essentially in a professional level. So
same here.
We are thrilled to be able to put it on. I promise you.
It's been a long time in the making,
And we're more than happy and glad to be able to.
again, this is my favorite Prime game personally. I am horrible at it. Like, I went 0-5 last tournament in Swiss rounds, but love this game so much.
And
Yeah,
be able to see people jump in and learn these really cool tricks,
And especially learn them on the fly, and that feeling of in a high pressure situation of that. Oh, I got it. Let's go.
I don't know about you guys, but there's not much better than that.
Oh,
It's-
agreed
it's
for
my-
sure.
it's my third favorite Prime game as well.
Well, I mean, that explains the result. I mean, look at your tracker, man. Didn't get anything.
Yeah, I
2.5 hours? No.
Yeah, it looks like one of my trackers, one of my Echoes matches. What are we doing? No.
Me
In a
when I
way,
was
it's a
starting
full
this rando.
tracker, a fully empty tracker.
If I may make one point that I wanted to bring up, I told this to Elias like mid race.
Floor is yours, Bash.
So I was gonna say, like, I was like hoping you're gonna. I was like, you're probably a lot comfortable having like a mentor like there as like a resource, and I'm sure that like was the case. But honestly, like during that entire NSJ sequence, especially as it became clear what was needed. Sorry, not just that, but when I forgot, when I was like, where do we go? Like once you got Dark Beam and it wasn't the clear Dark Beam checks that I thought it was gonna be. And I'm just like, I feel like I was flipping through like a checklist, like I'm like the co-pilot flipping through the checklist of things to check after like the plane just took on a bird strike and you're trying to get the engines back online. Like, it's like terrain. Okay, where? Look, logic.
What do I do?
Logic, terrain. Pull up. I imagine Baja had a similar feeling.
There were several what the heck are we doing next?
Yeah.
Yes. Don't worry. No one practices Z-axis screw attacks on purpose.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I should have told Elias about the Z-axis in Mining Station A. That was completely my bad.
No one practices those on purpose. They are my least
Yeah,
favorite trick in
they're-
existence.
Yeah. I mean, how could you? Yeah, mentor tournament. You're gonna learn how to cross trial grounds as screw attack. Yeah, that's great. Easy. Beginner.
Beginner logic. It's a trip.
Oh my god, I wasn't ready for that.
So yeah, we pretty much had the chain down, but definitely second guessing if the garbage is really the only thing we had left.
Oh, I do have a question. Did Baja and Soaring Wyvern go to Torvis before they went to Temple Grounds? Did you guys get Annihilator before Echo? Or did you do the same thing as us where
They
we
did get
beeline-
it before.
I think we did, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I
We-
didn't think about it. It's like, oh, FTA, all right. And it's like, oh, that's
Yeah,
Echo. Oh.
Yeah.
yeah, as soon as we got boost, we were like, okay, we've got Emerald, time to go to Underground Tunnel.
Yeah, thank you, Elias, for trusting me. I'm like, all right, Elias, you're going to quit the game and go back to that save. We're getting Annihilator.
Keep pulling through. There is always progression in Underground Tunnel.
Oh boy. All right, I'm done. I've said my piece.
Well, again, week 1. Hey, it can only get better from here, right?
Nope.
That is not true.
Read.
Nope. Not. Nope.
Read. No.
I gotta say, Wyvern, I like your chances of making the bracket.
Appreciate it. That's good to hear.
I would like to note for the audience, this is the Mentor tournament, and everyone is making the bracket.
Yep, that's why I like him.
Um,
take a compliment and just turn it into just a neutral statement.
look, I've been trolled.
No, for the Prime Mentor tournament, I was like mentoring my mentee. I was just like, okay, so here's the math behind like the top 8 and everything like that. And then we get to like the last round of seeding, and I look at the rules again. I'm like, oh, well.
What a start to the tournament.
Certainly was a seed for a first race.
Yeah.
Yes, don't worry. I'm sure I've got a couple more in the tank for the Swiss rounds.
I can't have expended all of my karma for seeds in the first day of rolling them. All right. So, Wyvern, Elias, anything else you'd like to say about your first seed, about the first race? Any closing thoughts?
Trial by fire.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think that was the quote before I jumped in the call. I was like, yeah. It's like, it could be here, It's down. It's like, we're out for blood. Like, push the baby birds into the deep end of the pool. It's fine.
Nothing left for me.
Yeah, nothing much I can say either. Anything from my wonderful co-com that was kind enough to let me jump in like an hour 30.
I appreciate Bash being in my corner.
Read. If I'm
he went
mentoring,
a lot
please do not
farther
gen.
than I would have.
That's fine. There can't all be stinkers. I'll see myself out.
All I have to say is pretty much GG and shoutouts to Baja for the great mentoring.
Yeah, I got nothing to say about the seed other that hasn't been said. Again, there is a point where I start receiving letters in the mail about the seeds I generate.
Why do you attach your street address to your seeds? That's not fair.
Like it's just a scan point that shows up every time Reed gens a seed.
Nah, take us home. You've been here for the long haul.
Alright, so I think with that we are done with today's match. I have Nye with me with Rick Whaley, and both runners Elias and Soaring Wyvern. Do give them a follow in Twitch. Also to our wonderful mentors BashPrime and BajaBlood, who were supporting both runners throughout the entirety of this race. And we will see you next mission.
Later.
Adios.